What if your goals you set for 2026 can actually get you to the end of the year? What if this is the year that you set goals for yourself and those goals actually materialize? They're not just resolution that fizzles out by February. They are goals that are aligned with your values, your purpose, and who you are. My name is Joyce Odidison, your friend here, Resilience Catalyst. And today I want us to explore what that looks like. Why? And you may be asking, Joyce, why is it that I'm almost scared to set New Year's resolution because they never come true? And that is true. That is true for some people. It's not true for everyone because some people have realized that just setting goals without any expectations, setting goals without a deeper alignment to your values, your core values, that is, your purpose, your belief, and your sense of self-worth can set you up for failure. So I want to wish you all the very best in 2026. And to do so, I want to partner with you to set resilience goals, not resolution goals. Because those resolution, I think sometimes we need to figure out and start thinking, what does this resolution mean? So I did a bunch of research and I want us to dig deeper into what does it mean to the whole resolution, word resolution. Where does it come from? Why do we start using New Year's resolution? What does it mean? Well, there are some things to it. First, resolution in itself means to loose, to get loose. So that's when I read that, I thought, hmm. So that means you got to unbind yourself from the setbacks and the regrets and the unforgiveness and all the baggage of the previous year in order for you to be light and free and loose to attain the goals for the coming year. Now, isn't that something to think about? I never thought about it that way. And when I started thinking about, I started looking at what do I need to get rid of? What do I need to loose myself from? What do I need to stop doing or start doing so I can be free? Right? I have this sweater here and it has lots of ties. And if I come and I tie myself up and I'm tying myself into this, right? I'm now tied up into this sweater. Now, in order for me to get loose and for me to put something else on, I need to come and I need to untie this sweater and I need to untie all the bands because I want to be able to easily get out of the sweater. I am loose, I am in the sweater, but I am not tied up. So many of us are tied up in our lives. So by February, the weight of what we're carrying is so heavy, we have to give up on the goals we've set for ourselves. And we're wondering, why can't we reach our goals? What's the hurdle? Why does this always happen, Joyce? I never seem to be able to reach my goals. If you've ever said that, or you are having those thoughts at the back of your mind, that why bother? It's never going to work. I'm not going to reach those goals anyway. I want you to loose yourself from those thoughts. Just untie. Untie yourself. Go ahead, untie yourself. Free yourself from those knots. Free it out. This looks really nice when it's untied and it's free, right? Untie yourself, and then you're now free and you're able to start setting goals for 2026. This is essential. So look at the baggage, get rid of them, loose yourself so you can fly high and reach bigger goals for yourself in 2026. You don't want to be the same way that you were in 2025. You want to move. Life is about growth. Life is about moving forward. It's designed, it is ordained for us to grow. We are not supposed to stay the same. So look around in your life and ask yourself, what's staying the same? Where am I stuck? Where am I in my life that I'm finding it's the same old thing? That is not ordained. That is something that you need to break. That's a chain. You need to break loose of it. And if it's followed you for years and years and years, for decades, like some clients are saying, Joyce, this has been decades. This has been going on for 10 years, whether in your workplace, whether in your marriage, whether in your personal life. You need to look at those chains that are holding you back and shake them off because they're not ordained. They were not your destiny. They are things that you're tolerating that you need to say, enough. I am no longer tolerating those things. It's time to free myself and move to my next level because you were designed for growth. If you look at a baby, you see a newborn baby this week. Next week, the baby has grown. The features have changed. The eyes are brighter. 6 months later, the baby's trying to crawl and move. We are humans. We are designed. Yes, as adults, we may grow to our full height, but we may not be able to grow any more inches in our heights to grow taller. But that doesn't mean that we have to grow this way. We can grow our brain, we can grow our mind, we can stretch our minds, we can stretch our possibilities, we can invite new experiences into our lives. This is what growth means: experiencing new things, learning new things. And so when I looked up the word resolute today, it means being able to firmly determined that this is what I'm going to do. So before you decide and you tie yourself to a new goal, you need to untie yourself, but you also need to ensure that it is what you want to bring into your life. Ask yourself that. Why am I bringing this into my life? What is it going to do? How am I going to grow from it? How am I going to change from it? How is it going to make me a better person, a better mother, a better wife, a better teacher, a better business person, a better boss, a better leader, a better community person, a better neighbor? This is what we need to be focusing on in 2026. And just imagine if everyone on the planet sits and do this. Can you imagine what our year is going to be like in 2026? I don't know about you, but I believe that if every person on the planet takes December 31st and sits down and asks themselves, how am I going to grow to become a better human being on the planet? We're going to have no more wars. We're going to have fewer conflicts. We're going to have more agreement. We're going to have more collaboration. We're going to have more peace. We're going to have more joy. We're going to have more love. We're going to have more money because we don't feel we need to take it all, and we're not fearful that we're going to lose it all, and we're not acting from a place of fear. We're coming from a place of resilience. Because all that fear and all that greed and all that hugging and all that getting more, 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 it's depleted our resilience to the point where we are at a global resilience deficit. And we're no longer thinking about the other person. It's all about me, 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 me. How can I be better? How can I be the top? How can I be this? In order for us to be the top, somebody has to be the bottom, right? And I'm not saying that you should settle for the status quo and not grow, because that's exactly what I just said earlier. You need to grow. But how can you grow without causing harm to others? How can you grow to be your best self and make the world a better place for others? That's what we need to think about. How do I make the world a better place for others? That would be the 2026 I want to be in. Because if we take 2025 and we learn from it and we look at all the atrocities that happened in 2025, they came from greed, they came from malice, they came from selfishness. And if we can loose ourselves from all of this fear. Most of it is driven by fear. Fear that I won't be the best. Fear that I will lose popularity. Fear that people won't see me. Fear that I won't get likes. Fear that I won't be seen. All this fear mongering has created a situation where we are so desperate to be the best that we don't care who we crush in the meantime. We don't care who we crush so that we can be the best. And I want us to set goals for peace, for resolution, for love, for harmony, for collaboration, inside of workplaces and out. Yes, I do a lot of my work in the workplaces and with couples, but the reality, well, this is happening everywhere. And we need to take an individual responsibility to transform our thoughts and our beliefs and our journey. So I want to share something with you. When I look up the word resolute, it means to be firmly determined. You've made up your mind. You're acting from that decision. So as you set your goals for 2026, I want you to ask yourself, what am I anchoring into? And in order for you to anchor, you need what we call that integrity and spiritual wellness. You see, part of the work that I do and in our platform, we help you to develop the foundation for goal setting. In our integrity and spiritual wellness assessment, you get to assess your goals, your self esteem, your purpose, your core values, your faith, your belief, all these, your hope, your trust, your integrity. This is the anchor that you build your resilience and your goals on. Because you know what? When push comes to shove, when the rubber meets the road and things get tough, that anchor is what keeps you floating. Your faith, your belief, your hope, your trust, your self-esteem, your sense of self-worth, your purpose, your vision, knowing your destiny, that's what keeps you focused. So you don't lose track and fall off the wagon by February, March. You're like, oh, what was my resolution again? Mm-mm. We want you to know we want you to be resolute, to be determined, to firmly anchor with your goal. But you cannot do that without a deeper awareness. And this is why I want to invite you to do some mapping, resilience mapping. Don't set resolutions, New Year's resolution, create resilience goals. And in order to do that, I want you to measure and map your resilience in that spiritual and integrity wellness dimension of your life. Go in and see what. So go to my website, interpersonalwellness.com, and start the free assessment. Give yourself the opportunity to assess. Once you go in, we will give you 50 credits. This is my New Year gift to you. I'm giving you 50 learning credits that you will use to unlock the spiritual wellness assessment. This is going to give you the opportunity to assess how well you're doing in that particular dimension. Get your resilience index, identify your resilience skills, identify your resilience index score, your resilience competencies and the currencies of resilience. And then you're going to be able to identify, where do you go from here? What is the next step for me? What do I need to do? Where do I need to make some changes? Changes today, next week, next month, this quarter. And I want you to determine to make those changes over the next 4 weeks in January. And I am going to commit with you that I will send you follow-ups to ensure that you are doing the work. Once you've assessed and you see your competencies, your dominant style, all those pieces, I want you to sit down and set your goals for 2026. And I want you to be resolute. Not just set resolution, but to be resolute, so firmly anchored in your thoughts, in your goals, aligned and determined to reach those goals. And I will partner with you. Inside of the platform, as soon as you sign up, we will give you 50 credits. I said 50 before. 50 credits, learning credits, that you will use to purchase your report. And then you will be able to see all the little elements of your life, the things that we don't pay attention to, because often the things we don't know are the things that rule us. They take so much energy. They're bugging us down. They're weighing us down. We need to loose ourselves from those things so we can be free to delve into the new year, new heights, new experience, new opportunities, and taste the beauty of a new year, untangled from all the trauma and challenges of the past. A new approach. And this is what resilience is about. And as your resilience catalyst, I am determined to partner with you for a new resolute approach as we set resilience goals for 2026. I have set mine too. I've set some bold, audacious goals for myself, things I've never done before. Because you know what? If I am going to challenge you to do it, I need to be doing it too. So I've gone ahead and I've scared myself shitless with some big, bold goals for 2026. And I'm like, hey. And now I want you to hee with me too. Because you know what? We're tired of playing small. We're tired of staying the same way year after year after year with the same struggles, the same thing. Oh my gosh, this again? Hell no, not this year, not 2026. We are going to change it. You and me together. We're going to change it. Because until we uncover these things and we loose these chains, they are going to bind us up. They're going to tie us up. We're going to be tied down and unable to move and enjoy the freedom of our life. This is what I want for you in 2026, is the freedom to be who you were determined to be, who you were ordained to be, that bold, audacious you. Yes. Let's explore, let's uncover, let's find it together, because on your own, it's difficult. But when you have people with you, when you have a partner, it is easier. Two can take it on better than one. So if you are committed and you're ready to take on 2026 and set resilience goals, I want you in the chat to tell me yes. And let me know if you have gone in and set your resolution, if you have gone in and done your assessment, or at least you've signed up and created an account, so I can ensure that you have the credits, right? We're not just giving the credits to anybody willy-nilly. The people who are committed, the people who want to, the people who are determined, the people who are resolute are the people I am going to partner with, because I don't want to waste my energy. My energy is so important for me to reach these amazing goals that I've set for myself, that I want you to partner with me. And I know together we're going to transform 2026. This time next year, we're going to be shouting. I'm already shouting. Just the fact that I've had the start to create new resolution and to partner with you is like, whoo. So I've set my resilience goals and I'm resolute that I'm going to do whatever it takes to make them come true. And I want you to do the same. Now let's get started. Drop yes in the chat if that's you, and you're going to interpersonalwellness.com and you are going to start your assessment right now. Don't wait. Don't wait for tomorrow. Start today. Strike while the iron is hot, while the passion is here, because together we can be resilient and reach our goals in 2026. Joyce Edison here. I'm so excited that you were here with me in this episode, and I look forward to seeing you next week. And I'll be reading all your chats here. I'll be reading in the description, hearing what you're doing, and looking for those of you who have signed up to partner with me for big, audacious goals in 2026. See you next time.